Hello, good morning, and welcome to this week's episode. We have cucumber sprouts. So last week's video, you saw these being transplanted. So that's cool. I also have tomato sprouts now. So wishing these guys the best. And these unsprouted, for the most part, are all jalapenos. So, you know, that's my ultimate goal, is to have good jalapenos this year. These also jalapenos, though they have plenty of water. It's probably in the 70s in this room with that little heater on. I only keep it on a couple hours a day, and only while I'm home. And then these are the ones that I would like to try to grow some of these in the house. So, right here you see a sprout, that's kale. Here you see a sprout, that's rhubarb. Here you see a sprout, that's watercress, and there has a watercress sprout right next to it too. Everybody else, we're still hoping. Hopefully it's not too much water in there. Maybe let these guys air out a little bit for a little while today. See if that... Ooh, okay. All right, here we go, jalapenos. All right, okay. I see you. So they just take a little longer to sprout. So these guys, we are just gonna let them start their little lives, hopefully with joy, humidity, heat. Let them grow. Okay. Then these are, oh, here's another jalapeno, one guy there. And these guys are not sprouting yet, so keep trying. Maybe my grow light isn't at a good angle. Let's see if I can improve that. Because this is under a shelf. Might need to move that around at some point, probably. And then, of course, these guys are doing very well. Oh, that's a little bit too much water, it looks like. Oh, it's really bubbling. It's kind of weird. Never seen that happen before. Yeah, all right. I do not know what that means. Okay, what's going on here? I have no idea. Anywho, so I gotta figure that out. These guys, I am going to transplant soon. I don't know what I'm waiting for. I guess maybe for these guys, I don't know if they're gonna sprout or not. They're not looking too good, are they? But these others are taking a while to sprout. These are the jalapenos, so they, I guess they're finicky. We're doing what we can. These are habaneros. This guy's still trying. I had him right in front of the heater, the lemongrass right in front of the heater, so I didn't like that. So I moved him back here, and then, yep, it's still got water, so. So this is the situation at the start of this week, and maybe at the end of this video, I'll be able to catch it at the end of the week. And anyway, we'll see what happens this week. We'll see what happens. Gary and I decided to embark on this project to put raised beds in our front yard as part of our attempt. There's like no topsoil in the front yard, and there was that road. So we thought maybe one solution for this area this summer is to put raised beds. So you see the deer. We have deer because one of the ways we fill the bottom of the raised beds, I don't want to spook them more, is to put trimmings from the apple trees up here in this very low lying nothing happens area. So we're going to be putting all of our scrap there so we can use them in the bottom of our beds. But it attracted, very quickly, attracted deer. Hi, babies. Are you excited about our snow melt? We have melt. Believe it or not, I picked up a bunch of construction trash out there yesterday, but you can see how much more even is exposed today. So hopefully I'll have a chance to do another round of that today. We got starting to melt right there. It's like that spot is going to be just a complete disaster. Oh my gosh. So there are little babies having a snack. Nice. Very close to the house. That is so nice. Here they go. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to scare you. Oh, 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 oh. They ran away because there's a icebreaker in the bay this week. So I think that's either a train whistle or one of the icebreaker in the bay. So what else over here? We have sprouts, believe it or not. How can we have a big pile of snow like that and sprouts at the same time? I don't know. Nature. And then we have sprouts over here. Pretty cool. I tried to pick that piece of construction piece out yesterday. It was too snowed in, but it looks like I'll be able to pull it out today. Sprouts over there. And then this little delightful thing has been a source of a lot of entertainment for Laverne. Laverne just showed up. Dude, you totally missed the deer. You missed it. It was wild. Next time, you really dropped the ball on that one. She got the birds this morning. There were lots of birds out here this morning. Yeah. But this, she likes to dig into things. So I had found this thing and I was like, I'm just going to put a bunch of their toys in this thing and let her have her fun. So go ahead, baby. So she probably won't do it on demand, but she digs in there, pulls a toy out, drops it on the ground. And it seems to be something she likes to do at this point in her kittenhood. Oh, you got it. Ooh, nice. There she goes. Now she'll play with that one for a while. She likes to do that. So look at her. She's carrying it. Oh my gosh. That is so funny. Oh yeah, she's got it now. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Entertains herself. Had the Roomba out today, so the rugs are up. I'm gonna scrub the floors in a little while. But looks like it went under the couch. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, she got it. Don't worry. She got it. She's gonna play. Yeah, there she goes. She's got her mousy toy. Yeah, so it's cleaning day around here. I just saw the deer. I thought I'd give a little update on what's going on out there. Lots of trash to pick up. I filled a contractor bag with all the stuff I picked up yesterday. Good stuff. All right, over and out. Laverne loves seedlings a little bit too much. It is repotting day. Some of these guys are going to graduate to potting soil to continue their lives. So I'm going to turn the GoPro on, but here's an overview of what we're going to do. This little asshole is going to stay off the table. So is that one. If you hear a rumbling in the background, it's this Roomba that we inherited. It's not a Roomba brand. So that's that. Okay, so these never came about. These, I believe, from my notes, are these seed library jalapenos, which is weird because they actually did well before Laverne destroyed them. You know, it might be these sponges. These are the sponges, the replacement sponges I got, and they're not Arrow Garden brand. So I don't know, we'll see. This is, I believe this is a banana pepper, and this is a store-bought jalapeno pepper seed. And these looks like they're reseeded. I reseeded. I planted, sorry how there's an open sponge. Planted 9 new habanero species. Those are all habaneros. So the ones that are looking good are gonna get repotted today. These cucumbers I already repotted, but I wanna do in a single bigger one maybe. I don't know, maybe I won't do those today, I don't know. But these guys get their own planters. These are all tomatoes. So I put tomato 2 and tomato 1. There's also a tomato 3, but none of those have come about yet. Tomato, let's see, let's go to the tomato page. Tomato 1 is these. Tomato 2 is these cherry tomatoes. These were both left over from my stuff last year. I haven't seen, I have to check and see what's going on with these. They might just be slow. Of course, these are the cucumbers. Okay, so the other thing, so I'm gonna, in Arrow Garden, I'm gonna do more chili peppers. Those are important to me. I might do more of these and less of these, since right now I have maybe I'll do all the habanero. I'll do as many habaneros as I can because I like them. Okay, then I wasn't going to do tomatoes this year. However, I've come into a stash of seeds by chance. These are from 2022. So I was given old seeds basically, and because they were going to get thrown out, and I said, you know what, I'll give them a try. 2022. These are from 2020. These are cherry tomatoes. These are all 2019. So I'm gonna plant these. They're only 8 seeds, 5 seeds. It's nothing crazy. These peppers might have to wait until the Arrow Garden is ready. Maybe I should plant these peppers. Yeah, I'll just plant them in regular soil to get them going. Anyway, and then these are onion seeds. The old onion seeds that probably won't do anything, but I thought before they... Anyway, they're gonna try to plant some at the 4-H room, and I said I'll take some to try some at home too, so I'll try those. See if I can do anything with those. Okay, then I also wanted to show you this in this envelope. I don't know, can you see through the envelope right there? I wrote to this, or I saw this thing online that if you send a self-addressed stamped envelope to the Live Monarch 2025 campaign, that you can get free free milkweed seeds to grow, to help the milkweed population, to help the monarchs. This guy is going crazy right now. Okay. So growing instructions for milkweed and seeds. These came to me for free. So you just, most milkweeds will grow long roots. Don't plant the seeds too deep. Blah, 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 blah. Anyway, so sometime in June, one caterpillar will eat 20 plus large leaves. So make sure you have enough plants to support the number of caterpillars you have, or they will starve. So plant those in the back so they can grow nice and tall on their own and live their lives. This little child, this little creature, no, you know better. Get down. We're not doing this counter today. Okay, so I'm not planting these today. Just wanted to show you my free milkweed seeds so I can help the monarch butterflies. That's that. And then one final thing is we had people over yesterday for Gary's birthday, and I wanted to show you Gary's birthday cake because I made his, he loves carrot cake for his birthday. So this is this moist, delicious carrot cake, cream cheese, homemade cream cheese frosting, of course. And it's like every single possible thing you could put. This cat's going crazy. Oh my gosh. Somebody's got the zoomies. I don't even know where he went. She's going after him. Sorry. He was so excited about this carrot cake. So this carrot cake has like everything you could ever possibly squish into a carrot cake. It was delicious. We had it with coffee. We also had Spatzel for lunch, which is like the German version of mac and cheese. It was a delicious lunch. It's very nice. Now we're cleaning floors, we're replanting plants, and that is what you will see on the GoPro, and I hope you have a good day. This is where Roy snuck off to after his zoomies attack. He's this far off the ground. I don't know how he got up here. I literally don't have, look, there's nothing. There's no step or anything. He just, clearly he used this because this is pulled out. Other than that, I don't know.
What are you doing? Huh? Can you tell Grandpa? Can you tell Grandpa how you got up here? Poor Bubby. Nah. There you go. Yeah, is that Grandpa? Is that Grandpa? Yeah. A good boy. Yeah, good boy. See you later.
Okay, it's an exciting day in the Aero Garden world. Ooh, gotta plug these in. That's why they're not on. To plug them in. There we go. One. Oh, baby, let there be light. Let's see if I can do that. On this side. Look. Drum roll. Oh, baby. There we go. Okay, everybody's plugged in. Alrighty, I'm gonna set this one. This one is straightforward. Add plant food. We did that already, so we're good. Okay. These little guys over here are cayenne chili seeds. The seeds are pretty old and well traveled. I got them online when we were in Rwanda. So hopefully these will grow, we shall see. One-handed. So that's cayenne. These over here are habanero pepper. These are habaneros. And oh, I see. This is where the water comes up. Right. If that's not really gonna work, let's see what that do. Maybe that might sink. But obviously that's not gonna work because that's where the water bubbles. And that's the fill line thing, so good luck, little guy. So all the rest of these, I decided to go jalapeno. And should these jalapeno plants that I have started in this house succeed, we will have one load of, we'll just have a lot of plants to take care of. Is what we'll have. Which, you know, it's a lot of work. But I want chili peppers, and last year felt so miserable that I decided the way to handle it this year is to plant way too many seedlings. That I'm overcorrecting, let's say. I have high hopes, but low expectations, let's put it that way. Because like these are all jalapenos. These are habaneros. These are, look at the sticks, habaneros. Cucumbers, habaneros. Habaneros. Jalapenos. Yes, these are jalapenos. These are habaneros. Tomatoes that I planted yesterday in bigger, I separated them, planted them yesterday. Those are jalapenos, and these are the ones I want to test inside. Next weekend I will be transplanting these guys. They need more. And then soon I'm going to be doing some more seedlings, so soon these guys will have company. More soon.
Oh, poor baby. What are you meowing about, honey?
Everyone loves corduroy's plush
Meow meow.
When it's time to rest, there's a bed
Honey.
filled with a proprietary blend of hypoallergenic foam. Corduroys are American made with washable covers and a lifetime guarantee since 1998. And now is the best time to get your corduroys during our limited time sale.
What's wrong?
Corduroys is where life unfolds. So visit corduroys.com now and get 25% off everything.
She's in the lead, and all we go back was wow. So you know that David Ritzenheim and the team there in Boulder are really excited for her. This has been a different build-up for Helen Obiri. She was over in Kenya waiting for her family. We asked her about that at the panel. It's a big sacrifice to leave your family to go, but this has been serious for her. She wants to come here and win, and you know she's not a spring chicken. She's getting a little bit older, so every ounce matters, and every win is huge.
We're at 68:46 for the half. That is very quick for all of these women. I mean, some have half PRs that are quicker than that, but never across, obviously, the full 26.2. As they get to Wellesley, the sprint it's louder in some places than others, but it's louder all the time. Right? It's a lot like, usually they're just loud in the finish line. Now, this is like a 26-mile finish line to some degree with the noise.
People just having a picnic or just hanging out with the runners.
On the left, you got Connor Vance. He's out there. Training partner. Former also new recruiter, Clayton. Young is still winning. So men on the left, women on the right. Right now, comfortable in their pack. Women blazing along, the men sort of just running along.
I think the power of pairs, right, John? I mean, when we see it in the women's side, we see that there are a couple Ethiopians, there's 3 Kenyans, and 2 of the Kenyans, Sharon Lopeti and Helen Obiri, race a lot of races together. They compete off each other. They help one another in races, but that is comfort. You see it on the men's side as well. Teammates are up in this pack. Not only Patrick Tiernan, Rory Littler kind of falling off a little bit, but he's been there, and Patrick knows that. He can hear people, and he feels that. Clayton and Connor, both teammates, lots of guys training together and working together.
Oh, while that race is engaged, we're going to get to Duke. Talk more about, another Boston legend here, Duke.
We're joined by Teddy Bruschi, 3-time Super Bowl winner. Teddy, this is hard to believe. Teddy's team now in its 20th year. Yeah, 2 decades we've been around. I had my stroke in 2005 and we started Teddy's team. And, over the course of 20 years, we've had hundreds of runners do special things for us. So every year here's the Boston Marathon. This is our event. The Boston Athletic Association has been great for us. WCBB, all the affiliates, have helped us out this year. So we have formed a great community over 20 years.
And over those 20 years, you've now raised over $10 million.
Yeah, for stroke and heart disease, me being a 2-time stroke survivor, so many of us are all of our runners are stroke survivors, caregivers. I mean, we stay connected with everyone that is connected with stroke and heart disease. They all run with a common goal. Today's our big day.
And you've had, 11 people out there on the course today running that have either survived a stroke or a heart issue?
Yeah, that's super special because when they cross the finish line, it's almost like they've accomplished something that they didn't accomplish even before they were a survivor. I know how it is, but I ran this marathon after I had a stroke, and it's something you thought you could never do, even as a survivor. So having to accomplish this, and I think it's like winning a Super Bowl. Good, crossing that finish line and getting the medal is a huge accomplishment.
Good morning. Thanks for watching this week's video. One thing that I really love about living up here is how everything looks so different week to week. I mean, look at all of the melt. It is just incredible. And before long, over here we'll have daffodils up in the front and side of the house. We have daffodil sprouts. So there's some tough daffodils. It snowed last night. So yeah, it's pretty intense. And these are tough plants we have. So I'm going to be picking up the yard a little bit. So I thought I would turn on the GoPro. And that will conclude the video for this week, I believe. Hope you enjoyed it. And have a good week. Thanks for watching.